One of the beauties of life is the fact that you are able to see every blessed day. And not just seeing the day, but then getting the necessary information for the day. Good morning and welcome to OutNumbered on Oweleketv on this wonderful day. My name is Ramsey and I have with me on the program today, as usual, Rachel Abioye. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning, Ramsey. Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the show.
Well, Rachel is looking, I want to give her a title, but then you decide the title, okay? You're looking good anyway.
Thank you.
And I also have Michael Edikan right here. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Ramsey. Thanks, viewers, for staying with us.
All right, without wasting time, we'll take you straight to the headlines that we have for the day. And I want to start with the Daily Trust newspaper. A lot happening from the Daily Trust and so many things, statements still coming from the bombing in Kaduna State. The first big story that we have from the Daily Times newspaper this morning says, Kaduna killings, not a mistake. Who is saying this? This is coming from Gumi. You can check that out from the Daily Trust newspaper, and we have some headers to that story. The first header says, Army's attack against the people. It's not what they expected, all right? That is coming from the Air Force. They are advising that. Then the second rider says, officers grumble over lack of synergy. That is another rider to that very big story. And the last rider to that story says, we've learned our lesson. Our operations remain joint. This is coming from DHQ, that is the Defense Headquarters. Then the second story from the Daily Trust newspaper says Tinubu vows to punish anyone found culpable. All right, you can get that on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Then the last story from the Daily Trust newspaper said, as a matter of fact, people are getting ready for the festive season. But what's next? That is all that we will be taking from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning.
Okay, on the Guardian newspaper, says more pressure on industries, businesses over 952 Naira to $1 exchange rates for imports. That's on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. I'll be taking the big story now, which you can find on pages 4 and 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Says government, this is on female genital mutilation, and I'm happy we're talking about this again. Says government differs as painful initiation to womanhood flourishes. Now, under that story says Nigeria with 19.9 million survivors accounts for the third highest number of women and girls who have undergone female genital mutilation worldwide. Says 3 million girls, women would have undergone female genital mutilation in Ebonyi, Ekiti, Imo, Osun, and Oyo State in the last 5 years. This is coming from UNICEF. Still on that story, says only 13 states, Lagos, Osun, Ondo, Ekiti, Bayelsa, Ogun Delta, Ebonyi, Oyo, Imo, Edo, Cross River, and River States have states laws that expressly prohibit female genital mutilation. I'm glad this story is coming back. You know, I did a special report on this story some time ago, and you have no idea what women go through with this female genital mutilation thing. It's I don't know what word to use right now. It's a painful and wicked act. And I'm surprised that it's still going on in some states in Nigeria. I don't know what the government is doing about this, because most times the only people you hear or see, you know, running around and talking about these things are NGOs, individuals, people. The government may be doing something, but I think they should do more. Babies, you give birth to a child, a girl child, and then you mutilate her for some barbaric reasons. I think it's time the government comes out to really, really talk about this and find a way to stop this, because as we speak, it's still ongoing in some states. Okay, moving on from that story on the Guardian newspaper, says how president as petroleum minister stalled 11 trillion Naira subsidy probe. So I think that's where I'll be wrapping it up on the Guardian newspaper this morning.
All right, from the Vanguard newspaper this morning, as part of the story, it's saying Makodi Otukpo Road Benue's shortest route to hell. As funny as that, we're still having some, roads, dead traps. Regarding Makodi or Tokwa, that is in Benue State, they say it's the shortest route to hell. I think the Ministry of Works, as a matter of fact, and the federal government should respond swiftly, especially now that we are actually going into, the utility season where people will be traveling and all of that.
That road is a road that I'm so familiar with. If apart from this one, in fact, a lot of robbery activities, kidnap activities happen on that road. It's a road that I'm very familiar with. And if the federal government... He told us when he came into office, he said he was going to do something swiftly about contracts that were awarded and abandoned. I think if anything must be done, it should be concerning that road.
Yeah, and a follow-up to that, federal government votes 548.56 billion naira for federal roads nationwide. Abuja, Lagos, Superhighway, Port Harcourt, coastal roads to take off. And this is coming from the federal government. And as you said, people have been awarded this contract. And it happens that, they just, take the money and then do whatever they like on this federal road. So it's high time that they fix this road because Nigerians are actually the ones suffering. Our politicians are flying the hair and all of that. So the people that are using this road are the common Nigerians. I think the roads need to be fixed. And the ministry should use this 548.56, so much loud money, to fix our road. As seen on Kaduna Aero, we will be 100% sure before bumping targets. That is coming from DHQ. It's funny how you are now coming to tell us that you will now be sure before.
So
were you test running with the people of Kaduna?
What happened in the first place?
They were doing dry runs.
Off camera. As funny as that. And now PDP distances itself from mega talks. I think it's on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. This is coming on the heels, of course, of the story of NMPP and other parties coming together to merge. And it's funny where a strong party like PDP will just be trying to, going to have to accommodate other parties like that so swiftly. So they are distancing themselves, from the major talks. Maybe Atiku is on his own. We don't know if Atiku is want to come back again for 2027. No. As funny as that.
Atiku shouldn't come back anymore. At least he should be a kingmaker.
Let's wait till then and see what happens.
If I were him, I wouldn't come
You'll be
anymore.
Surprised if
he doesn't miss the leak.
You'll be surprised if even our own, the president we have now still comes back in the next
another 4 years.
Well,
no, come. We wouldn't want to go through that anymore.
All right, so failed adoption, sue EFCC, DSS, Reps Committee tells Emefiele lawyers. That is on page 2 from the Vanguard newspaper. That is much I can take on the Vanguard this morning.
All right, before we bring you the big story, let's quickly go and see what is on the Punch newspaper this morning. So many talks still coming from what happened in Kaduna State as the federal government in this paper have vowed to punish corporates. That is, ACF demands GOC's removal. The removal of the GOC, would that be the solution to the problem? All right, would it solve the problem? That is one thing, because lives have been lost already. Yeah. And as I speak with you, some persons are
But it's good that they are coming out to take responsibility. For the first time, we're seeing Nigerian army fully taking responsibility for the
Nigerian army doesn't even have problem. Does it really change anything?
It would have even been sad if they told us otherwise, because this is the country that we are. What happened at Tollgate? Nobody's taking responsibility up to today.
No, don't even.
So we don't want to go there.
If you want to talk about the Tollgate right now, it's going to be another story of its own. So talking about the NSAS, people have refused to.
It should not repeat itself again.
The army said, "Well, we were not there, but we're seeing pictures, we're seeing images, we're seeing."
We don't want to go there today.
They promised to be 100% sure they won't do dry runs again. So let's believe them.
All right, Nigerian army, we believe you. All right, another second story coming from the Punch newspaper this morning says, "I won't surrender my mandate to intimidation." This one is coming from Fubara. I think he's talking about the fight in Rivers State. We're talking about Wike yesterday. Wike trying to throw his neck from Abuja to Rivers State into the affairs of Fubara, the governor of Rivers State. And the Rivers State governor this morning is coming out to say, well, no intimidations. We don't know what is happening. If not that the president and some other persons came into that case, it would have been something else. But Fubara is saying no amount of intimidation will stop me. And another story is still coming from the Punch newspaper this morning. Some foreign airlines may quit Nigeria. This one is coming from IATA. IATA wants the federal government. Apart from the fact that the festive season is coming close and it is obvious that cost of tickets is going to go high. Airlines want to quit. And you know what happens when we have few airlines? The price will be something else. That is a warning coming from IATA. And as a matter of fact, this is where we'll be bringing the headlines to a close. Don't go nowhere because the big story will be coming on your way shortly.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. It's still good to have you right there. It is still Outnumbered live on your screen. We brought you the headlines a few minutes ago, and now we are going into the big story. This big story is actually big. From one of the papers, it's no longer news that Nigerians are even yet to recover from the Naira scarcity that they faced a few months ago. But another incident is about happening again. Naira scarcity in this time. There are some things that you should take into consideration before certain policies are being made. I think where we are today is as a result of policies that were made without taking some things into cognizance, especially the plight of the people. Naira is becoming scarce again. Are we still going back to that time where we're using money to get money? You use money to buy money. And unfortunately, this money was not even on ground. You can't even get it to buy, even though you want to buy. And owing to the fact that it is about time for people to travel. The Umba month is here. December is here. Christmas is here. And Christmas is for everyone. Some people don't travel from January until December before they travel. And a whole lot happened during December. Naira about to get scarce. Already it's happening. Because the last time that I checked, I visited the POS, okay, the point of sale. And it was so unfortunate that the amount you pay for certain withdrawals have increased. All right. And these things will continue. It will keep happening. The lady at the point of sales even told me that they don't have money. They go to the bank, they queue, and the money is not even there. CBN, we print money. Okay, we print money. All right. Money is being printed. Naira is being printed in Nigeria. All right. By it's the means. It's supposed to be everywhere, but we don't have them. So, what do you think is going to happen this December? Are we about to face the same situation that we faced some months ago, that people had money and didn't have access to it? That people were using their hard-earned money to buy money. It's only in this climate that you hear things like this. Use money to buy money, your own money.
What if you don't have money to buy
the money? What if the money is not there? So this is the big story for today. Let's hear from you, Rachel. What are you thinking? Are we about to face that thing again? Did you had an experience that you want to share with us?
Okay, so personally, recently I've not had such experience, but I'm beginning to hear it now, and I'm beginning to feel it, and I think it's coming closer. You know, sometimes I wish we can go 1 day or 2 days without us talking about this, you know, the Nigerian government and all of these issues happening. Every day with its own problem. You wake up in the morning, and when you go online, you start seeing different things. It's just as if they have the curriculum planned for the year. Okay, on Monday, cash issues will come up. On Tuesday, jets, they're going to go and bomb Kaduna people. On Wednesday, this one will happen. And every day you keep hearing bad stories everywhere. I think it's high time the Nigerian government, is just that no matter how much we talk, things would still continue happening. Now, the Nigerian government had told the Supreme Court that they should extend the date as regards the cash crunch we had the other time to December 31st, which was granted. And I'm surprised that December we're coming back to this issue of no cash, you know, no money. and you want to withdraw, ATM machines are not dispensing cash, POS, they don't have the cash to even, give out. And this is the festive period. People want to travel. People want to buy food. And the funny thing is, I said something yesterday. I said it looks like it's an intentional act by the government to continue pushing Nigerians into poverty. Because we all know that when it's, Christmas period or even Salah period, things naturally will just, become expensive because more people want to buy chicken, people want to buy goat, want to buy rice. And so these things will automatically just, the prices will add up. And so people usually want to buy early before that period. They want to start buying from early December. And now it's early December. The cash is not here to buy. So who knows? Maybe it's when it is now that Christmas period when things will now be so expensive. That's when they will now start having money to go and buy those expensive things. Now is Christmas period. People want to travel. You'll be surprised to go to parks and people cannot travel. Aside the fact that these things are expensive, cost of transportation is high. Now the money to even go travel and go and at least rest small, go and eat, go to the village where you see your family. You cannot go. And I'm wondering, we're talking about this today, I'm wondering what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Because I remember during that cash crunch, I remember how it was as if we were begging your own money, for Christ's sake, like you were begging to have the money. I pray it does not happen this period. I pray it does not come up again. Because if it happens again, I wonder how people are going to survive. I wonder how people are going to live. And the thing is, CBN, the Nigerian government, none of them are coming out to tell us why this is happening again. What is the problem? What is the challenge? No one is saying anything. Emefiele, they're still dragging him up and down in court. So what is the issue? Can the government come out to say something, or is this going to continue? And how long will this continue?
How long will this continue? How long will this continue? We have a problem on ground and more still coming on it. Emefiele is still in detention. That case is not over yet. And this is coming up again. Is the present CBN governor also going to have the same problem that Emefiele is having right now? That is one of the big questions. Then, Michael, let me ask you this question. Now, it is happening again. It is no longer Emefiele, remember? Emefiele is not there anymore. But the same thing is happening again. So what do you think is the reason why Emefiele is being held? That is, by the way, the question I want to ask you is this. Is it that there are some persons who are interested in putting people through pains deliberately just to get their way through some things? Maybe sometimes in this climb, if you see anything like this happening, it means maybe somebody is benefiting from it. But people don't care anymore what other people go through. But what they are mindful of is that they are benefiting from it. Do you think we're about having such kind of thing playing out this time again?
All right. So I think we'll first start with the excessive powers that Emefiele was possessing in this country. A CBN governor having the audacity to want to contest for the president of the country. That was the height of it.
Still in office.
That was the height of Emefiele. You are sitting at the central bank governor and you're having the audacity to come and contest for the president of the country. Coming with policies that are not even friendly. Trying to introduce new... What is the difference between the cash? Have you seen the new Naira note and the old Naira note? What's the difference?
It even looks fake.
Fake? No, the new looks as if they just dip it in a pen.
Blue, yes.
Blue,
so Ramson,
blue that they use
we are where we are because policies of government are masterminded by political motivations.
But come, Michael, you were talking about Emefiele. The policies that Emefiele came up with, don't you think the federal government, let me be specific, the president was aware of everything that happened?
That is what we are saying.
But now only Emefiele...
That's what we are saying. That's what we are saying. The presidency. That's what I tell people. Emefiele did not do that thing alone. You can't sit down alone and say he wants to change the Naira. He cannot sit down alone and say he wants to do this and all of that. He was doing that from the directives of the presidency. But now they have left him behind.
Oh my God.
That's the comment I language. They have left him behind. So the situation is worrisome because you understand, you're an expert. Emefiele is an expert.
Yes, he is.
But allowing the politicians or playing according to the drums of the politicians has put him in this mess. So we are telling the new CBN governor, look, we understand that you just came into office. If you like, play with the politicians and they will leave you behind.
Then you face the music all alone.
You will face it alone. And Nigerians will be watching. So this is the country we are. A new Naira note that the old one, now you said, okay, circulate it. What's still keeping?
Even the new Naira
Why
note,
are you
it's
limiting
even,
withdrawal?
you won't even see it.
Why are we limiting withdrawal?
Funny enough, do you know what happened? Funny enough, people were even making do with the old note than the new note. I was telling someone at a point in time, I said, what happened?
Yes.
People were the new note suddenly disappeared.
They were taking it to the bank. People were just doing away with it and all of that.
Because it was looking so fake. I don't know. Just permit me to use that. That is my own assessment. You are left to your assessment. But it was not looking like what we used to know as our currency.
So we are telling the CBN governor, the new CBN governor, that is not the policies that Nigerians are looking for. See how you can actually make our Naira strong, that everything that is viable in this country has to do with Naira. Do you know that some politicians that started bringing in dollars? Dollars is now powerful in the country. People are now buying things at the supermarket, at some shops with dollars. Is that meant to be? If you go outside the country, do you do that? You change your currency to the currency of that country. So we are telling the CBN governor, no, it's not for you to hold cash away from the poor Nigerians. Tell the political class, people who have access to dollars, to stop using dollars, use our Naira. Make our Naira available.
But why on earth should somebody be in Nigeria and you are not spending our Naira? You are spending
dollars. People are sharing dollars.
Even go to parties, that's what they're
people are
sharing.
People are like, they are proudly,
they look at it as pride.
They are proudly bringing out dollars to give to you. They are paying artisans with dollars. They are paying market people with dollars. I'm telling you the truth of the fact.
And the pride themselves.
So if we not address that, our Naira is not about keeping Naira away from Nigerians. Our Naira will keep on going down. That's the situation we are. So please, CBN governor, you have a role to play. We know that you may not do what Emefiele did. You may not want to also introduce your own cash, because it seems that every CBN governor wants to go.
Are you sure he's not already doing what Emefiele did? Because it's like he said, it's not just Emefiele that did all of those things that happened the other time. You know, the government and some backups, some
he had backups.
Yes. Now this is happening again. And we don't want to look at this new person who just came in. So what is happening now? That means that they are cooking something there already. And we're already seeing it.
Do you know that some of the things that happen in this country, sometimes they do a test run. All right?
They want to
Nigerians are strong.
They do a test run to see the people's reaction.
Nigerians are strong people.
I think Nigerians should rise up to the occasion.
So if you look at currently,
now that we need to say no to some policies.
But one thing we've been saying no. We've been rising up.
We shouldn't be tired of saying it. We shouldn't be tired of saying it.
How long do we say? How long would Nigerians keep on saying?
But no, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So our mouth should be open. We should keep saying it.
Not to this government, not to the kind of
oh my God.
We are already in for it. If Nigerians are painfully and happily buying fuel at 600 naira.
Yes.
A fuel that was sold earlier this year, 180, now at 600 naira.
See, it will amaze.
We are painfully happily buying. Like, it's now becoming a normal.
I said
it's now becoming a normal in the society.
If a bag of rice becomes 200,000 naira today, Nigerians will still buy and they will still eat.
So these people understand that we are strong people. I tell people that if all Nigerians go to abroad,
they will survive.
Yes,
they will survive.
It will be as if we are in the heavens.
That's
no
why
matter how things become expensive, Nigerians will still survive. We are happy people. Survive. So,
but then the question is this: How long
will we survive this?
How long? Nigerians are very strong people. All right, Nigerians.
But government have a role to play to arrange the situation.
Like he said, the government have a role to play. All right, you need to play your role. You were voted into office not to inflict pain on the people, remember? It is to serve. But then, it is so amazing that Nigerian politicians take advantage of the people for their selfish interests. It is time again. I want to say this to the now CBN governor. Remember what happened to your predecessor. I'm talking about Emefiele. He's still in custody. He's still in detention. He's still in Kuje. May you not tread that path. So you should be thinking of what to do to bring peace.
And if you know you cannot bring peace, kindly step down. It's better to leave.
Resign. A good name is better than riches. So for your integrity not to be at stake, do the needful. Do what is necessary. At this point in time, I want to thank you for being very close to your screen. Well, the way it's going, if we want to continue, we will continue because it is so interesting right here. But then tomorrow, Monday is another time again, right? I wanted to say tomorrow. That's how interesting the program is. So this is the much we'll be having on Outnumbered today, and it's been the big story. Whatever happens as Nigerians, be strong. Okay? And always
the Egyptians we see today, we'll wake up one day and we'll see them no more.
We'll wake up one day and the Egyptians that we see today, we'll see them no more. So have a wonderful time. Naira, I beg, no scarce. We need you. The little that we have, we should be able to have access to it.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. Thank you for staying with us. It's been Outnumbered, the big story with Ramsey, Rachel, and of course, Michael. See you again and have a beautiful day ahead of you. Bye-bye for now.